the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Oh, already seeing some impactful video coming in.
Yeah, this is crazy to see. Go ahead, Lace.
The storm surge, guys, the ocean water coming inland is one of the biggest concerns in a hurricane. Of course, the tornadoes and the wind threat. But this is near Cedar Key, and this is not all that close to the eye where some of the bigger impacts will be, but at least getting power out of Cedar Key for a little bit before this video came out, and that is the ocean coming up. Some of the latest readings out of that region, 9 feet from what the ocean level is normally at, and look at that. This is, of course, buildings, homes, businesses, and the ocean is virtually rising, and it will likely come up to the ceilings of many of these buildings, and at least the first story there coming up to the ceiling there. But you can see these are made for hurricanes. Floridians know what they're doing. So many of them have moved out of these areas and have hunkered down. So thoughts and prayers with Florida, because this looks awful. This is nowhere near the worst of the conditions of what is going on. Now, what's been going on with this system is the winds have been picking up all along the western coast. Look at power outages from Miami, Florida, all the way up to the Big Bend. And now we're seeing those totals of 116,000 plus, and that number just keeps going up. I can't keep updating that graphic fast enough. Here's a look at the major hurricane that is Idalia. Category 4 about an hour and a half ago, now at Cat 3, and the eye lunged. This thing has quickly lunged up to the north, and the center of the eye, which is when that becomes landfall, is moving over the coast as we speak. And this can happen. These things wiggle, they wobble, they speed up, they slow down, and this thing is making landfall as we speak, as the center of the eye is moving over the coast south of Perry. There's the center, and now it's moving over Keaton Beach, Deckle Beach. We'll have to see exactly where it gets pinned as landfall, which of these locations, but this is south of Perry, Florida, and this is well to the south and east of Tallahassee. But the strongest winds, they're still off the coast. They haven't made it into this area yet. There's Perry getting winds to 63 miles per hour just to the south, close to the eye, 90 to 100 miles per hour, and then of course 100 to 120, close to 130 further over the Gulf of Mexico. Tallahassee's been getting winds off and on 60, 70 miles per hour, well away from the center of the circulation, the eye, and right along the eye wall. That's where the strongest winds are. Now, storm surge, we've seen reports now of 9 feet, and that was way down here at Cedar Key. The bulk of the storm surge will be up here, south of Perry, Florida, up to 16 feet is possible. This thing will still likely be a Category 2 as it's moving into Georgia, with winds very, very ferocious, upwards of 100 miles per hour. Power outages will be very widespread all the way up to Charleston into overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning before it kicks back into the Atlantic. So thoughts and prayers with the folks of Florida right now. So many folks are going to be dealing with big time devastation, and of course most of that from storm surge and very strong winds. It's happening now. Here across Oklahoma, looking at radar, well, it's quiet. Next Gen Live, nothing happening right now. Mostly clear skies, and it's a pretty cool morning once again. It does feel amazing as you're tackling your Wednesday. Our Lucky Star Skycam network live from downtown. There are lower mid-60s, a few 70s across the region. Will Rogers has been so warm compared to everyone else over the past couple of days. It feels wonderful. It's 61 degrees in El Reno, 63 Kingfisher, 69 in Chandler, low 60s to the north. Buffalo 58. North wind currently, and highs today will be in the 80s and low 90s. So for us, it's the heat dome. It's coming back. That ridge of high pressure. Our highs, they've been pretty comfortable. They're getting kind of crazy. Upper 90s, close to 100 into Labor Day. Then it backs off some. The heat dome retrogrades, pushes back to the west, and we will have slight opportunities for rain and storms. But we're talking September 6th, 7th, 8th time frame. Lows tonight into the 60s, mostly clear. It'll be gorgeous. Tonight is the super moon. Make sure you get a chance to look at that. It's a full moon tonight. 90s on the way for tomorrow, lower mid 90s. And then Friday, first day of September, mid upper 90s with triple digits in the southwest. Lows are getting warmer. Afternoon highs are getting hotter. OU and OSU games, they look hot this weekend. Rain chances next week. And we're back right after this.